Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please feel free to subscribe down below, and if you are a returning subscriber, then welcome back. So today I wanted to tell you the story time of how I got pulled over twice within the hour for my first time getting pulled over. How am I going to word this title? I don't know how I'm going to word this title. This is a story. Okay, so I was driving to Washington. First of all, this was not a trip that anybody wanted me to take. My car at the time, a 1999 Toyota Corolla, was completely covered in rust from living on a dirt road. And it was also up to like 235,000 miles, which is a lot. It's a lot. And they weren't just easy miles. They were hard dirt road Minnesota weather miles. So cars don't exactly age the same up here in the Midwest and the North. But I digress. Nobody wanted me to go on this trip because they were like, this car isn't going to make it, this isn't safe, and I was like, I'm going, because I was going to see my boyfriend at the time. And so I drove from Minnesota to Washington. So my plan was to go to Montana all the way there, which I did, and I stayed overnight, and then the next day wake up early in the morning and continue the rest of the hour, like it was just like 5 or 6 hours left until I got to Washington. And so I did that, and I came so close, but the closer I got, the more excited I got, and the heavier my lead foot got. I'd say I was about 2 or 3 hours away from my destination. I was like, oh girl, your legs are prickly, your legs are scaly, we need to moisturize. So I'm searching for the moisturizer, my lotion. I'm searching in the middle compartment. I'm searching in my purse because I know I have it. And I'm like, I am not going to see my boyfriend for the first time in so long with dry ass legs. And I'm probably swerving all over the road at this point. I'm applying the lotion to my legs whilst driving. The speed limit was 75 there. I was going about 80. There was no cruise control in this car. It was old, so I didn't have a cruise control. So I've got one foot on the pedal, one hand up here, the other hand like putting on this lotion. Lo and behold, an undercover police officer throws on his lights. He's ahead of me, but even though he's driving ahead of me, I know it's for me because I've been the one who's swerving all over the damn lane for the past 5 minutes while I applied my lotion. That was so necessary. And I get pulled over the first time. This guy approaches my vehicle like I am a terrorist. You could tell he's visibly worried for his safety. Like that's what it looked like to me. And I was like, does my little rusty ass car and my lotioned up legs, do I look like a threat to you? So he says,
do you know why I pulled you over?
And I'm like,
no.
And he says, you were driving in the left lane.
And I said,
okay.
Because here in Minnesota, if you're driving in the right lane, it means that you're driving slower. Whereas if you're driving in the left lane, it means that you're probably going to be going 5 to 10 miles an hour faster than the speed limit, just because that's just how it is here. Apparently, it's not like that everywhere, and the left lane is supposed to only be used for passing and not traveling. And if you travel in the left lane, it makes it harder for people to pass you or some bullshit that doesn't make sense. But anyway, I was just genuinely baffled at what he was saying. He told me I was driving in the left lane, and I was like,
no shit, like we're both here, this is America, I don't get it.
I did not get a ticket, thankfully, but because I just straight up said I didn't know that. I'm from Minnesota, that's not how it is there. And he didn't really seem to believe me, but whatever. This guy must have been having a bad day. I don't know. Ooh, the light just changed. Oh boy, it's getting darker. What's going on? It'll get brighter soon. Sorry about that. Give it about 45 more minutes. At this point, I'm like an hour away. I am so freaking psyched. I'm about to get there. I've been driving for, I think it was 21 hours by this point, and I was just ready. I was so ready to be done. So my heavy little foot was on the gas. That means really fast. I was going fast as I was driving 80 miles an hour and then 85 and then 90. And I was so excited that I kept going faster and faster because I was like, I want to get there. Oh my gosh, we're so close. And then pretty soon, I was up to about 100 miles an hour. I was going 98 miles per hour, traveling in the right lane. I was like,
Yeah, I'm not applying lotion anymore. I'm not swerving. I'm doing so good. I'm traveling in the right lane. Oh my gosh, I'm so good at this. Oh my gosh, yeah.
you know how there's like a 2-lane highway here, and then there's like a big grass area that separates them from the other 2 lanes that are going the opposite direction? I saw a police officer, not undercover this time, driving on the opposite road going the opposite direction of me across this big stretch of grass. I see him and I'm like,
Shit.
I saw the police officer and I look down and I'm just like, fuck. Lo and behold, woo, that's the sound of the siren. The guy throws on his lights, whips a huge, dramatic, like super dramatic U-turn in the grass, and then drives all the way across to get onto my side. It's just freaking whoo, like whips a U-turn super fast, and I'm like,
I'm fucked now.
for a second I was like, do you think I could outrun him? And then I was just like, Brooke, remember what vehicle you're driving, honey. You don't have that power. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry this time. Because I was like, I can't get out of this one, so I'm gonna cry. So I try, and I'm being so dramatic, and he's like,
Do you know why I pulled you over?
this guy was nice. And I was just like,
I was going really fast, wasn't I?
he's just like,
Yeah, you were. I clocked you going 90.
which was a damn lie. He did not clock me going 90 because I was going 10 miles an hour faster than that, but he just saw me going fast, so he just flew and attacked me. I was just like,
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm just getting so excited. My boyfriend's in the military and I haven't seen him in so long and I just want to see him.
I was playing every freaking card that I could play, and he was not falling for it. And finally, he's just like,
You know, I know you're excited, but you want to get there, don't you?
and I was like,
Yeah, I do.
and so I got a ticket. In Minnesota, that would have been like a felony. That would have been real bad. But thankfully, in Montana, they don't really seem to care. And my ticket was only $30. So no skin off my back. I learned a couple lessons and it was funny. But, oh, another funny part was I called my mom after I got pulled over the first time, and I was just like,
Oh my gosh, Mom, I got pulled over.
and I just thought it was so funny because I got pulled over. It was my first time getting pulled over for something that I didn't even know was wrong. Like, I didn't really break a law. I just got pulled over. That's how I felt. And so I called my mom and I just told her how funny that was and everything. And then about literally less than an hour later, I call her again and I'm like,
Mom, I got pulled over, but this time I was actually breaking the law.
that is my story about getting pulled over 2 times in the span of an hour, and yeah, driving 100 miles an hour in the mountains. So don't do what I did. Do as I say, not as I do, as my dad always says. If there's anything to take away from this story, is that wherever you're going, whoever you're going to see, it's not gonna be worth it to speed, to drive like an asshole, to just completely disregard the law or multiple laws, just to get there a couple minutes faster. It's just not worth it. You actually want to get there. Like, even if you're late for work, your person who you're going to work for would rather have you be 5 minutes late from running late than an hour late if you get pulled over, or even worse, have you never show up at all because you die. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if anything like this has ever happened to you, because if it has, you're a stupid ass just like me. And subscribe for new videos Monday through Thursday or whenever I feel like it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye! What I did is I drove to Montana. I drove most of the way, and then I stayed the night and left early in the morning. Hi, I'm home, but I'm filming a video.
Oh, okay, so you got your phone. All right.
Yep.
Wanted to thank you for going and going to work. And it was really nice.
No problem.
All right, call me later.
All right, I will.
Okay, love you.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So my plan was to go to Montana.